I did get a chance to watch The Gloves Are Off, the sit-down face-to-face interview where Sky Sports' Johnny Nelson is moderating and hosting, where you had Claressa Shields on the left, Savannah Marshall on the right, and they're sitting there being asked questions and asked to respond to these questions face-to-face. So it was a pretty awkward yet tense 23-minute episode, no commercial. I was able to watch on Sky Sports Arena. Don't ask how. It is available on YouTube, on the Sky Sports Boxing YouTube page, and on ESPN Plus. I don't know if it's on the top ranked YouTube page, but I did see as I was logging in to see what time the card started on ESPN Plus. By the way, let's get this out of the way. So here in the States, the card is going to be starting on ESPN Plus at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Over in the UK, it's on Sky Sports, regular Sky Sports, not Sky Sports box office. So it's not free, but basically it's not on free-to-air TV, but it is on off of a pay-per-view platform. So we're going to talk about the undercard a little bit later on, but I want to talk about this episode of The Gloves Are Off, and we're going to play a couple of clips from the episode because, let me just get it out. Let me just get it out the way. What I've noticed is, and I cover and watch both fighters for years now, Claressa Shields is, saying constantly that all Savannah Marshall talks about is how she beats her in the amateurs back in 10 years ago, back in 2012. But in reality, I don't hear Savannah Marshall talking about it unless Claressa Shields talks about it. I don't hear it. And from what I get from this, all this build up, and even leading into the fight before the fight was even signed, is that it really does come across that Claressa Shields really do be bothered by it, but she tries to act like she's not. So we're going to play a little bit of clips from the episode. Let's see. We're going to start right here. Let's go back to the loss in the amateurs. So once again, take your time out, like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at T Street Controversy, and of course the Fight View 360 Boxing Podcast, where we will be providing full coverage of Claressa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. But let's go back to the loss in the amateurs. Listen to this, and take your time out. Drop a like, follow, download.
I'm the best, but instead I had to call her out. I had to let the world know I want this fight. I want this fight. I want this fight.
Savannah, can you feel Claressa's anger? Is she angry about the defeat from the amateurs?
Are you angry?
He's asking the questions, not you.
Well, I'm asking you. Are you angry about the defeat?
Are you angry because you never won an Olympic gold medal?
Not really, no.
You should be.
Why should I?
You let your whole country down 2012. You lost the first day, and you were the favorite. You should feel terrible.
You see what I mean? Like what was that? But overall, this was a very good episode, though. I did like how, even though, it's just an episode, sit down face to face. But if you want to know who I feel handled themselves the best, Claressa Shields felt like she was holding back. But I liked that it came across that Savannah Marshall was trying to be, was being cool, calm, and collected, in a way to where she was trying to annoy and get under the skin of Claressa Shields. And a lot of times when Claressa Shields was talking, or responding, you'll hear, like that she really wanted to say more than what she was saying. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But it does come across that, like she definitely be thinking about that loss in the amateurs, and remember it was 10 years ago. But let's go hear about the time that they sparred together. Now I didn't know that they sparred. Now, I'm a firm believer that, whatever happens in the gym stays in the gym, because you don't know if somebody's having a good day or a bad day. It's not a championship fight. They're coming in there, to work on things and to get work done. And you may have the other fighter that may be coming in there like, yeah, I'm going to fuck him up to try to prove something. But let's go listen to this real quick because I found this interesting right here, the conflicting stories.
You two have sparred before. Who wants to tell me about it?
Oh, we sparred in Colorado. She remembers what happened.
Tell me about it.
She couldn't do nothing with me in there. And that was 2016, prior to the Olympics. That's why we see I won gold and she won nothing. You got served 6 rounds.
No, we done 4 rounds, Claressa, and nothing happened.
Okay.
In them 4 rounds?
Girl, your face was orange as a pumpkin when it got done.
You've never made no one's face look like a pumpkin?
See, that's what you say. But I beat everybody unanimous decision. I've knocked out world champions. You fought low-class opponents.
Who have you knocked out?
Who have you knocked out? Let's talk about that.
Okay, so let's go right here. I have the box rec pulled up here. Claressa Shields, remember, she is 12-2 with 2 KOs, listed at 5'8", 27 years old. The last time Claressa Shields had a stoppage was Nikki Adler. That was a Showtime fight in Detroit back in 2017. Then the one before that. So basically her only 2 knockouts of her career or stoppages came in 2017, her second pro year. So there you go. Her last fight against Emma Kozin back in February of this year, that was a unanimous decision. Marie-Eve Decaire, that was a unanimous decision back in March of 2021. January of 2020, she fought Ivana Habazin, unanimous decision. Christina Hammer, 2019, unanimous decision. And, the list goes on. She was actually dropped by Hannah Gabriels back in 2018. A rematch that, I still would hope to see one day. But yeah, so there you go. And Savannah Marshall, 12-0 with 10 KOs, the silent assassin, listed at 5'11.5", but, word on the curb is she's about 6 feet tall. Well, that's 5, but I'm talking about literally legit 6 feet tall, maybe 6'1". 31 years old. Her last fight, Femken Hermans, her and Claressa Shields both fought her. Claressa Shields fought her back in December 2018, and Savannah Marshall fought her in April of this year, stopped her in 3. Last fight before that, October of 2021, Lolita Muzila stopped her in 2. Back in April of 2021, Maria Lindbergh stopped her in 3. Hannah Rankin, who's supposed to be taking on Terry Harper in a few weeks on The Zone, fought her in October of 2020, stopped her in 7. And the last time she didn't have a stoppage was in October of 2018. Now, one thing I want to point out, and this is a good clip right here, because not Claressa Shields, but Savannah Marshall is tough to match. Girls don't want to fight her.
I haven't said anything about knocking people out. I'm asking you, who have you knocked out?
I'm asking you, who have you? Let's talk about that.
I haven't said anything about knocking people out. I'm asking you, who have you knocked out?
I'm asking you, who have you knocked out?
Looked at me records.
A lot of girls who were bums. Maria Lindbergh, 3-day replacement. Musea.
Boxers in front of me.
Musea was a 147-pounder. Who have you fought against that was elite? Who was elite?
Do you realise how hard I am
Who was elite?
Do you realise how hard I am to match?
Who was elite?
Do you realise how hard I am to match?
You're not hard to
match.
Who
would want to box me? Who would want to fight me?
Who's elite? Who you fought against? A lot of good girls at that 160.
I'm not saying that.
Who's elite?
I'm saying to you, do you realise how hard I am to match?
Nope, I don't.
Why would you want to fight me?
Why would I want to fight you?
You've got a high chance of getting knocked out.
That's
box
the only
Claressa,
chance you got.
Box Claressa Shields.
That's the only
you've got a chance of going 10
you
rounds with not a scratch on your face.
Girls get scratches and I'm still going to get the W every time. That's the only chance you got to beat me is knocking me out. And I'm telling you, you ain't got the strength to do it. That's your only chance. What you going to do, outbox me? You going to outskill me?
I'll outbox you and I'll hurt you.
I'll show you.
I will outbox you and I will hurt you.
You better play it smart, because you stand there and bang with me, you're going to be the one going to sleep, not me. Play it smart.
Claressa.
Man, doesn't that get the blood pumping? Doesn't that get the blood pumping? But no, seriously, I mean, I completely understand, you know, where Claressa Shields is coming from, you know, but also it is true. Savannah Marshall is a nightmare to match. I've said it multiple times before, and we're going to find out this weekend. It's here. You know, I'm rooting for Claressa Shields, but I'm not stupid. You know, like, I'm not saying you guys are stupid. Let me just rephrase that. Listen, I watch a lot of boxing, and Savannah Marshall ain't no joke. I'm telling you. You know, it might get real ugly in there for Claressa Shields. Like, this girl is good. I've been calling her the female Tyson Fury. She trains with Huey Fury, whose father is Peter Fury, former trainer of Tyson Fury and uncle. You know, she's got that long, you know, frame, you know, those long arms. She can jab and box your head off, and she's got crazy head movement. This girl is good. Before we move on to the undercard, though, let's listen to a little bit more clips. Thanks for listening in or watching on YouTube. Here's a question, though. And she did acknowledge it that Savannah Marshall can't call herself the GOAT, but if there's anybody else who can, it's Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. So I respect that, you know, because she does, you know, acknowledge the other female fighters, especially Katie Taylor, that are doing like real big things out there. You know, Katie Taylor fought Amanda Serrano. Jesus, I forgot what month that was. A few months ago on Showtime. No, wait, excuse me, on The Zone. And them women rocked it. You know, they rocked New York. They sold that joint out, didn't they? By the way, I've been hearing some things that ticket sales haven't been going well. Maybe they'll move faster now that it's fight week. The fight is about 5 days away. Maybe they'll move faster. But I've been hearing the ticket sales over there in the O2 haven't been moving well. And that's been an issue here with Claressa Shields in the States. You know, because, look, put it this way, she's matured a whole lot. I wish, you know, for her sake that she was this way maybe 3-4 years ago, because she did alienate a lot of people. You know, and like, you know, there's been some rumors about her, the way she presents herself or represents herself at, you know, coming from some networks, basically between The Zone and Showtime, you know, but Dimitri Salita, nonetheless, her promoter, you know, and Mark Taffet, her manager, they've been doing a hell of a job because she has still been getting televised, you know, and then now she's got this big fight where, you know, she had to take, and if she wins, she's going to be on top of the world. But how do you feel about her calling herself the GOAT? You know, me personally, if for this generation right now, if anybody was to have it, it would be Katie Taylor. But let's go listen to what she had to say about being the GOAT and what Savannah Marshall had to say about it.
Because I do want a girl to come up and be better than me. I do. I just think it's gonna take a lot, because I've taken some very, very hard challenges early on, and I was able to come out on top.
Savannah, is she the GOAT? Is she what she says she is, the greatest woman of all time?
No.
Who is you?
The way she took that pause right there and looked at Sky Sports Johnny Nelson, you can tell she did that shit on purpose. Even though, I mean, you know, she may not believe she's the GOAT, but that pause right there, what she did was she turned over, for those who are listening in, and looked at Sky Sports Johnny Nelson, and you know, she said it in like this cool, calm ass face, you know, with no expression, just no. With that Hartlepool, what's that? Hartlepool. Never heard of that place in the UK before. They got some beautiful women I can see.
She what she says she is, the greatest woman of all time.
No.
Oh my God.
Who is you?
And she just looking at her in her face.
Ooh, girl, boo.
Just
Savannah,
one
you're
word.
the biggest puncher out there in women's boxing.
I believe I am, yeah.
So what happens to you if she lands a big shot clean?
You gonna see. First of all, this is boxing. You gotta land first. That's the name of the game. And then two, I've only been dropped once in my career. Once.
You think you can hold her shot?
I don't think she can hold my shots.
Ooh.
But what happens if she does land?
If she lands, she gonna land a punch like everybody else who's landed one, and we're going to continue fighting.
When you land one of your clean shot, what happens? Tell her.
I hurt you. I really hurt you.
And then what?
Does it finish her? Or does it just hurt her?
And look, she gonna tell her.
Please, I see no confidence. I don't even feel that. Say it again.
I will hurt you. I will finish you.
Oh, I still don't feel it. But that's okay.
You don't need to feel it. You'll see it.
No, because
You'll
listen.
feel it on September the 10th.
Because when you say something that you mean, you know you mean it. I'm whooping your ass. And if I could, I'd take it to the MMA cage.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
By the way, Claressa Shields got a nice little MMA career going on. She did lose her first fight, but she lost to a girl who basically her whole life is MMA, so she don't lose, no stripes for losing to that girl, Abby Montez, I believe her name, I forgot. But yo, we're going to be covering this fight all week. We got to talk about the undercard now. Ooh. But we're going to be talking Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall all week long. Follow me on YouTube at T Street Controversy. We're going to be streaming during the main event on YouTube. From what I hear, I provide pretty good fight commentary. We joke around and have fun. Sometimes, like up to 10,000 people maybe watching at a time. It can get crazy up in there. So yeah, let's talk about the undercard.